the sprawl, news about the war. On the front lines, our homegrown heroes are holding toe-to-toe against the pungent Petradians. But back in the barracks, folks from home and away are signing up to do their part. You might even find the odd Petradian joining our ranks to fight against their own. Go get 'em, soldier. And get 'em once for me. Talk to your local Godshed operator about how you can join the Sprawl Army today. Join the Sprawl Army today.
Any questions?
Many questions.
Did you see my dad? He was there. He looked okay.
No, I meant questions about the new drafting procedure. It was in the weekly update video.
I'm not watching any of those.
You mean the propaganda video?
You know what propaganda is?
I didn't until I watched that video.
Listen, people are going to come up asking about joining the army. It's your job to decide if they're a good fit, especially considering who else is coming to enlist that day.
I thought my job was to decide who to let pass the gate.
That's also your job. This is wartime. You have to do two things now.
Yeah, you want me to do two things?
I wish my dad was here. He'd show me how to get out of doing two things.
It doesn't do anything.
Up until now, we've tolerated a 2-star average with you, Guardsman. Not anymore. We are dancing on a knife's edge here, so now you have to maintain a 2.5-star average, or it's game over.
So this is gonna be where it's gonna get a little tricky.
Oh, and if
With
you don't
letting
draft the
everyone
right
in.
people, we could lose the war. Also, game over.
Wait, figuratively or literally?
Both.
Oh my god.
Awkward
Well,
pause.
I'm gonna go.
You're just gonna leave after dropping something that heavy on me?
Fine, I'll stay. We can tutorial some more.
No,
Actually,
I'm
I'm starting to see the appeal of your first plan.
good. Yeah, get lost.
I thought you might. Goodbye, Lil.
Level 8. Going. All right. Now we're going to actually have to do these. And I don't have any. I know I do have money. There we go. So I don't know if. Ooh, I do have an extra. Oh, nope. There we go. I have an extra truth spray. We'll put that one in. Alright, back. Because I don't have that much, but what we might do, we might...
Excuse me, ma'am. Is this the place where a fella could sign up to join that war that's going on?
Because I want to
It
send
is.
everybody
Why?
there.
Do you know someone who's looking to sign up?
Sure do, ma'am. His name is Elmer John, and you're looking at him. I'm talking about me, ma'am.
Yeah, I got that.
Because the goal was to let everybody in, so I think that's going to apply to just drafting everybody. Because it's kind of being that really lazy, just everyone comes in.
You're being sent to the front lines, soldier.
There's no turning back now, Elmer. Oh, Glory Ann, who I caught in the arms of another man. Maybe joining up will make you love me enough so we can spend our lives together. Then I won't have to run off and join the army.
You already did.
There's a shred of logic in that.
Ah, it's you again. I remember you, the miserable wretch who saw to me the last time I came to this repulsive, simmering carbuncle of a city.
Yes, and I remember I let you
I remember
through,
you too. You're that unpleasant, obnoxious Ebenezer Scrooge knockoff.
Yes, we have met.
Well, we're gonna try to see if we can just admit. Now, if I get lower than a 2.5, I'm gonna have to go back and
done,
do some
child.
adjusting.
Mr. Dunn will be pleased. Here's a little something for you, little one. Yes, something to remember me by as your precious city burns around you.
Yeah,
$2? Really?
cheap. 2 stars. He pulled out money. He pulled his money out, and now our bank is on the verge of collapse. Perhaps someone could have changed his mind. So again, some of these are ideas
Where
of
is
if
he?
we know.
Where's that meek little slunk of a man?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Did a hopelessly heartbroken fella by the name of Elmer John come by this way? Spouting a crazy notion like running off and joining the army?
As a matter of fact, he did.
Oh, Elmer John, what have you done? Tell me, did you allow that fool to throw his life away over nothing?
I don't know if I'm allowed
Did she
to
just call
tell you
herself
or not.
nothing?
I have to know if you sent him off to war, because if you didn't send him, then I'd like you to send me to get as far away from that fool as possible.
Yeah, well, you know what? Everyone gets drafted. There we go. Draft. I don't know if
Now,
that
I'm not
goes
doing this because
very
I drafted
well.
Elmer John and I want you two to be together.
I understand.
And I'm not doing this because I didn't draft Elmer John and I'm trying to keep you two apart.
Understood.
I'm doing this because I think you'd make a mighty fine soldier, soldier. You're drafted.
Well, not necessarily, but yeah, we're going with it. The goblin approaches, whistling a happy tune.
Oh, hello, Lil! Isn't it an absolutely beautiful day? Sun shining, birds chirping. Why, a gobbo could almost sing about it.
Yeah, hey.
Nice to see you again.
You too.
Alright. We admit. We're
Lil,
letting
it is
in.
always a pleasure.
Julian, I hope you have a fantastic day.
Oh, that was
Do
Julian.
you really mean that?
Yes.
I sincerely do. Keep up the great work, friend.
Thanks, Lil. You're one of the good ones.
Just remember that later. 3 stars. You admitted the goblin who was here on a mission, but you missed something in the writ. You mean the writ that I didn't read?
Hey, Lil. Listen, I wanted to say I know things must be tough for you with Hamish out on the front lines and...
And what? The fact that I have to work a full-time job at age 12?
Yeah, that's gotta be tough.
And the fact that I live alone on top of a dive bar?
Well, you
much.
meet some interesting people.
Yeah, that's why we're letting everybody in.
And the fact that my dead mom's still dead?
Oof, yeah,
Let's cross
that's pretty
that
rough.
line.
Well, if you ever need someone to talk to, you know where to find me.
I'm actually not sure I do know where to find you.
Oh, well, normally it would be at the barracks, but for the foreseeable future, I'll be running security for Her Majesty Queen Desdemona. After you finished your shift, Her Majesty and the Royal Consort have asked to see you.
Except she didn't necessarily become queen when she married. She would have become queen when she had the coronation. Yeah, figures.
Well, that figures. Me and Desi are pretty tight.
Who?
Desi, Queen Desdemona? It's gonna be a thing. Try to keep up, Cece.
Who?
Cecil, Cece, you. God, it's like you're not even trying.
I always called it Cecil.
Kids these
Cecil.
days. She's meeting with some high-ranking member of the Mages Guild to discuss battle strategy. To be honest, the guild hasn't been very supportive of how Her Majesty has handled things.
Of course not.
She was looking for a bit of backup and wanted you specifically.
Well, she can count on me. I hope.
Yeah, well, the rest of the
I hope so
sprawl
too.
does.
The fate of the sprawl may rest in your hands.
It always does, Cecil. I'll see you after my shift.
Great, great. Thanks, Lil. And if you write your dad, tell him we all wish him well.
I will.
I will. I know he'd love to hear it. See you later, Cecil.
Cece. A familiar group of black-clad folk approach and shed... A familiar group of black-clad folk approach the shed, weeping and moaning. Are they still going on about sprinkles?
You must help us, child!
We have been left without shelter. It's awful.
Scarborough has fallen!
Well, just your luck. Everyone's going in.
Bless you, dear child!
Yes, thanks awfully. As I said, we are incredibly hungry.
Yeah, by the way, the city's kind of facing a severe food shortage right now, so don't know how much there will be to go around.
Regardless, you are a hero in the history of Scarborough. If our lands are ever restored to us.
She weeps. 1 star. There was an enemy agent in the mist, and you let them in.
Where do I enlist?
You're there. Here.
Then what are you waiting for? Sign me up already. The name is Bosco. I heard that lily-livered runt Elmer John came by this way, and I want to catch up with him so I can smash his head like a jug.
Yep. You're drafted. Just don't take it out on the battlefield.
Listen, Buster, we need you.
My name is Bosco,
I know.
but
Listen, Bosco, we need you.
okay, good. Look out, Elmer John. I'm coming to smash her head like a jug.
Yeah, go get him. If he's there. Honestly, I forget what I did with him.
I didn't. It's not like it was a previous day. Alright, so let's see how we did, because if I did less than a 2.5, then yeah, it's 2.0. Below 2.5 star with the sprawl, while the sprawl is at war, better try that again. Okay. Game over. Due to Lil's abysmal job performance, both Hamish and Lil were expelled from the sprawl. Okay, so let's rewind. The one that I got the worst on was this one. So let's go back to here. Okay. Black-clad folks. What we're gonna do is we're gonna click through all of the. Yeah, we're gonna do truth spray it up.
I still miss my beloved Sprankles. Boo-hoo!
I've been doing my best not to fantasize about poisoning my employer lately. Must not confess crimes, must resist child's powerful spray. Gah.
Fail.
Excuse me, what?
All right, I did it. I lowered the bridge and let those
Bastards!
Right, those bastards. I let them in. It was me.
Yeah, too late. He begins to sob.
Oh, you sneak.
You are hereby banished from the court of Scarborough.
Prince Phineas was right. Soon the entire sprawl will fall to the might of the kingdom of Petrard.
Yeah,
Oh,
well.
go away. Well spotted, Guardian.
Listen, I'm just doing my job.
And that's how you truth spray your way to success.
Excellent line, milady.
But that was... Oh, never mind. Even with that settled, I'm still not sure what to do with these people.
Yep. Well, we're still letting them in. The point of this was to be as minimalistic as possible.
Bless you, dear child.
Yes, thanks awfully. As I said, we are incredibly hungry.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, by the way, the city's kind of facing a severe food shortage right now, so don't know how much there will be to go around.
Regardless, you are a hero in the history of Scarborough. If our lands are ever restored to us.
He weeps. What does I get? 2 stars. May seem heartless, but this was the wrong call. People are starving. There may have been a way in a previous turn to change this. Okay, so I probably need to...
Where do I enlist?
Okay, so
You're
we
there.
already...
Then I heard.
Can we do this? Can we do a... Okay, so we did that one. Can we do this one? Sometimes I wish there was a way that you could go back and just do a specific one. So let's go back and do this one. Okay. We're
Yes.
gonna go in. Yeah. You know what? You are going to jail. Why? Because you're obnoxious.
Miserable child. Mr. Dung will be red in the face when he hears about this. But he has his orders. My money will be dissolved from BS and sent to me elsewhere. I hope you remember this day as your precious city burns around you.
Yeah. Let's see. 2-star. One way or another, he took his money and now our bank is on the verge of collapse. Maybe there was a better call to make. Fine. Wait. Back. Let's go through and see what we can do. If not, I'll cut this out.
Where is he?
Now, I'm not doing this...
Under.
And...
Under.
Yeah, hey.
Nice to see you.
I'll see
Lil,
how this does.
It is all...
Yes.
I sincerely do.
Thanks, Lil.
3 stars.
Hey, Lil.
And what? And...
Well,
And... Well, that...
she's me. She was looking
Well,
I-
it always...
great.
I will. I know he...
Scar.
Must.
Excuse me.
All right. That's right. Oh. You. Prince. Oh. Well spotted.
But that even.
And admits.
Bless you, dear. Yes.
Yeah, but.
Where do I enlist?
You're.
Then
And the draft. It'll probably only be like a 2.33.
Listen, Buster. We need you. I know.
but okay.
Yeah.
Below 2.5, yeah. So the only way to do it is we have to have either... Yeah, this one. I gotta go all the way back to that one. Okay.
Ah,
Let's call Malcolm.
This is the dungeon of Malcolm the Great?
Just read the cards!
Oh, okay. This is the dungeon of Malcolm the Great! May I take a message?
Wait, who is this?
Who is this?
Lil.
Oh, Lil! It's me, Welp!
I thought so. Listen, there's someone here I think would like to speak with you. Go ahead.
well, is it really you?
It is, Your Grace.
Well, I never thought I'd see you again.
Maybe if you weren't such a jerk.
Well, we are on the phone.
How are you? Have you been treated poorly?
No one ever
And why
treated
is
me as
Welp
poorly
continuing
as
to carry a
you,
box?
sir.
I miss you, well,
Someone give Welp a sock.
I miss you too, sir.
come, run away with me. We can leave this war behind us and start again with all of my money.
Sir, I never cared a jot for your money. I only wanted to be with you.
Oh, Whelp, my heart sings. No matter what happens to me now, I will dedicate my remaining life to you.
What
about
about your
that?
remaining money?
I'll donate it to the poor. Just kidding, but I won't take it away with me today.
Good enough. Get in there and reunite with your friend.
See, sending him down to the dungeon should have done the exact same thing. Alright, 4 stars. Alright. Love conquers all. Way to go, Cupid. Okay, now we get to
Where is he?
click through
I have-
everything.
Now, I'm not.
Under.
Oh, how
Nice.
And admit.
Lil, it is always a
Julie? I sincerely do. Keep up the great work.
Thanks, Lil.
All right, 3 stars. I wonder
Hey,
if...
Lil. Listen, I wanted
might
to
have
say I
also
know
been the
things
means.
must be tough for you.
And what? The fact that I have to work a full...
Yeah, that's...
And the fact...
Well, you...
And... I'm actually...
After you...
Yeah, but
Well, that
in a
figures.
way,
Me and Desi
I
are pretty
think if I
tight.
treated Julian differently, I
Who?
think that might...
So,
It might
She-
adjust the
she-
way that it comes
it
out.
always does.
Great.
Because that could have also
I
been a
will.
way to boost
I know
it,
he'd love to
but
hear it.
I think Julian might have had a means of being able to increase the food production.
You must! It's
Do I want to go back and do... Yeah, we're going to go back. We're going to go and do... You know what? No, I take it back. I got 3. I got 3 stars on Julian. And the game has a good habit of doing some railroading, so... Light railroading, but...
well.
But even...
Bless you, dear child. Yes, thanks awfully. As I said, we are incredibly hungry.
Yeah, by the way, the city's kind of fake.
Alright, 2 stars.
Where do I heard...
Listen, Buster, we need...
My...
I know.
Okay, Bosco, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go, Bosco. Let's go. Alright. See what the score is. I think I might have been able... I think I might have to do... Here, 3 star. Due to your good job performance, 3.0, you were paid 20 gold for the shift. I assume Heartless because there may be a way to, in a previous turn, to change this. Yeah. Okay, let's just go. To the war room.
Which is exactly why we must start using them immediately.
The risk is too great.
We need more time to study the long-term repercussions.
A luxury we can ill afford.
Your Majesty, Lil has arrived.
Thank you, Cecil. Lil, thank goodness you're here. I've got a problem.
You
Oh,
have
sure,
an
let's
opportunity,
rely on the
Your
12-year-old.
Highness.
You know Tyronius Athanatos, I believe.
I've had the
Yeah,
pleasure, I guess.
I wouldn't call it a pleasure.
Yes, I remember this little guardsman.
And Dr. B. Have you met Dr. Beatrix von Matterhorn, Lil?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have. She works at the hole in the ground by the edge of town.
Dr. B.
Yes, I mean, it's an archaeological dig site, but yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, she's the one who gave me the chronometer 3000 on my first day.
Ah, so she does have access to power crystal technology. I might have known.
Jealous?
Wait, Lil has had access to power crystal technology this whole time? Maybe it's not as dangerous as we imagined. She seems fine.
Are you forgetting the demon?
We don't know that. It's still too early.
Demon,
How
devil,
long
whatever.
can we wait? How many brave soldiers of the sprawl must give their lives before we use the tools we have available?
I'm gonna either guess the first guy that we sent, that I forget his name, or Bosco. And I
Let
don't
me
think
fill you
it's
in on
gonna
what's
be
going
Bosco.
on here. The Mages Guild feels that if they had access to power crystals, they could hold back the enemy and maybe even win the war outright.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but
why
at
don't
what
they go buy
cost?
some? I know a guy in an alley. You know what? I'm gonna stop there. It's starting to sound weird.
They want all the crystals. Access to every dig site and existing stockpile in order to amplify their power.
Yeah, no, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
The good doctor could simply give us the blueprints. Or better yet, the working model the child has in her possession. This would allow our research to flourish in no time.
Dr. Beatrix feels that there are too many unknown variables to use it safely on a larger scale.
The Mages Guild is and always has been reckless. There's no way I'm handing my research over to you. Not until I see the full effects on my human test guinea pig here.
Hey.
Yeah. Wait, what?
We both knew what this was.
Well, Lil, you've been using power crystals at the guard shed. What do you think? Are they too dangerous?
I'd say I don't know.
I don't know. How many times do I have to tell you people? I'm 12.
Thank you for your counsel. I always appreciate having multiple opinions when it comes to big decisions.
Yeah. He wants to use them. She says don't, and and Lil's like, I'm 12. Why are you asking me
I have made up
this?
my mind. Dr. B will continue to oversee Lil's progress with the chronometer 3000, and it will stay out of the hands of the Mages Guild until we can be certain that it is safe to use in this war.
Then at least allow the guild access to the crystal reserve for the sake of the sprawl's future.
For the time being, the reserve shall remain under my control.
For the time being.
My decision is final, Tyronius. You will find that I am not as easily swayed by you as my father was.
Okay, so let's see. Can we talk to...
I'm just here to support my lady love. This choice has been eating her up inside. It's an important decision, and I want to do anything I can to help.
I think she made a good choice. With you, I mean.
I'm glad calmer heads prevailed. At least for now.
Why the princess listens to you, I will never understand.
Probably because I don't
It's
hand
like
out
you're the
snooty
only
books.
two people in the Dead Mums Club. My mother's terrible. That should count for something.
Well, maybe she's terrible
Hopefully
because
your
of
words
you.
will not sway Desdemona on future matters.
Yeah, that sounds like a threat. Foreshadow. Where is... There we are.
Thanks for your insight, Lil. I'm sorry to keep putting you in this position.
Thanks for your insight. I'm 12! There's Fireball Canyon, Kalidar, and of course Petrard, Marvog, and the Sprawl smack dab in the center.
Hey,
Cecil,
you
who
spoke
is
well today, Lil.
CC. Yeah, thanks.
One more message for you today. I was instructed to tell you to head over to Malcolm's to meet the advisors. Good luck.
Oh, joy. Not that I really want to. Okay.
What I don't understand is why would they have summoned her to a meeting without us there? Where's the fun in that?
Without at least one of us there.
And we all know it should have been me.
You really believe that, don't you?
When it comes down to the serious, important things that affect this kingdom, I think they'd rather take advice from the strategic mind of a ranking military officer. Rather than the 2 cents of a goofy, hopped-up lunatic with questionable taste in fashion. Or a lousy court jester.
That was a good dig.
Ouch! We were both in the firing line on that one.
Well, all that being said, you still weren't asked to join said quorum, but she was.
And she is here.
What?
You're literally talking in front of the person you're trying to not talk about.
She is here. She's here. She's here. Lil is here. I really have to work on my subtlety.
Ah, Lil, you're here. We heard you got summoned to talk to the Queen and her new choice of partner for some kind of special quorum.
How was it? Was it boring? What kind of boring things did they talk about while you were there? Tell us.
Yeah, I think last time I said I didn't tell him, so
Well, you guys
yeah.
are the royal advisors. I think it's probably okay to loop you in.
Go ahead, soldier.
Well, that mage guy Tyronius was there trying to convince the queen to use my chronometer 3000 to help win the war.
Wait, your what?
Sure.
My chronometer 3000. This thing. I was given it ages ago to rewind time at the guard shed and make sure only the right people got into the sprawl.
I knew something didn't add up. This is interesting intelligence, Lil.
I've barely used it.
Anyways, Dr. B was
Except for
there.
today.
Snore.
Dr. B was there and she thought it was too dangerous to use, and I said I didn't know, and then the queen said she'd think about it. That's it.
Thank you for that briefing, soldier. This could impact our military strategy immensely.
Not to mention the implications for my spies.
And I'm Malcolm.
Can I go now?
You're dismissed.
And we go back to the Twisted Stairs Tavern. And I believe it is time. I want to go back and look to see if there's anybody of interest in the tavern.
Lil, how goes the Battle of the Southern Gate?
Same old. How are things around here holding up?
Great! Business is better than ever. Something about war and the idea of impending doom really gets people out to the bar.
That's good?
You bet it is. If this
pessimistic.
keeps up, we'll finally be able to get this place up to code. Then we can get rid of the rats.
We don't have rats.
I mean, we do, but technically they have us. Turns out they own the building and we just rent from them. But if we make
That's
enough
one way to
money,
look at it.
we can buy out from under them. As far as landlords go, they aren't the worst.
I could do without all the hissing.
Hey, that reminds me. Lil, you got a letter in the mail.
How did that Never mind. A letter? From who?
From Hamish.
A letter from Dad? Gimme!
Alright.
Hey,
okay.
Sweet Pea, how's everything back home? I'm doing okay here. I've gotten to know a lot of the guys. Then when they don't come back from battle, I get the chance to get to know a few more. I miss you. I know you might be scared right now, but don't be. It'll take tougher stuff than this little war to do in your old dad. Please let me know that you're all right, or even if you're not. I need to hear how you're doing. I love you, Lil. Dad.
That's so sweet.
Love you too, Dad. But what should I write back to him? If I tell him things are tough here, he might worry and get distracted in battle. But if I tell him I'm doing well, he might feel like I don't need him and then get distracted in battle. He's easily distracted. Oh boy, neither answer seems right.
Let's face it, Hamish probably should
Are you
not
talking
be
to
on the
me?
front lines.
No.
We're gonna be positive. I'm already, like, ruining everything with who I'm letting in. Basically, there's a question, are you absolutely sure? Yeah, sure. Why not?
There, that should do it. Hey Arda, mind making sure this gets to where it needs to go?
Sure thing, Lil.
Let's see if... Oh, here we go.
Well, if it isn't my old pal Lil.
Oh, so now you remember me.
Always did, kiddo. Just had to play it cool while at my legitimate place of business. My former legitimate place of business, that is.
Oh no, what happened?
Tough to say, kid. Could have been any number of things. Change in management, downsizing on account of the war.
Getting caught running a bookie operation.
It was probably the illegal gambling operation you were running out of the concession stand.
Tough to say, kid. Regardless, I'm here on official bookie business. I've come to collect a debt from Hamish.
Sounds about right. How much does he owe you?
30 gold, and I've got the marker to prove it.
Hey, I earned that.
And so did I. Pleasure doing business with you, kiddo. But hey, I'm not all bad. I hate to take a young kid's pocket money so heartlessly.
Pocket money, I have over 300 gold still.
Doesn't seem that way.
Hate to take it without giving them a chance to win it back, that is.
Fredo, no gambling.
No gambling.
No gambling, Fredo.
No gambling, just talking. Listen, the Sprawl Brawlers are playing out of town today, and they got the game on that there TV. Tell you what I'll do. You pick who wins, and I'll give you your 30 gold back. If you don't, I keep it. How does that sound to you?
That sounds like gambling.
No gambling.
I ain't hearing a no here. Which team do you want to hear about? Now this team is really something. The owner fired all the players and hired his extended family to play for the team. I'm talking cousins in the outfield, aunties on the pitch, and even his great-great-uncle is playing the fourth-stop swing. Never seen a team bicker so much, but when someone insults their mother, they're on. You betting on them?
No.
Which team do you want to hear about? With most of their star players being drafted in the war, the team was left with the weaklings and rejects even the army wouldn't take. What they're lacking in muscle and skill, they are also lacking in technical knowledge of the game. They're squirrely, but they can sometimes pull off a win. You betting on the Brawlers?
No.
Which team do you want to hear about?
Okay, I guess we gotta go with the
Now
Falcons.
this team is real. Never seen a team bicker so.
Yeah. Sure.
All right, kid. Your bet is in. Good luck.
I bet Brawlers fans are sure wishing their star players weren't cannon fodder for an enemy army right about now.
Kind of a forced
Great
gamble.
Uncle Zach, the Falcon's elderly but unstoppable full-stop swing was just lifted up by his formidable nephews Kron and Lorik, breezing past the Brawlers' warded circle. Despite a nice attempt to unseat the Wiggly Pig, Sprawl's third whacker, Korab, ended up with a face full of mud. Truly grim stuff for the Brawlers. We're down to the final seconds here, folks. The Falcon's first flanksman, Fiona, has taken out her slingshot. She's pulling it back, and she's beamed the glistening gargoyle, and the Fosca Falcons win! Congratulations to the Fosca family on another bloody successful family reunion.
Lucky guess, kid. See you around.
I wonder if this is one of those that they, like, no matter what you, because it forced you to give him money, and I wonder if
I think I've done everything
had
I need
bet,
to do. But are you
I
sure
wonder
you're
if it
ready
kinda
to
makes
hit
it
the
where
hay?
You have to, like, whatever you pick is gonna win, which would be an interesting, because there was another one where whatever you bet, the other team was gonna win. Dankworth and Whelp reunite with his darling Whelp. Grumpkin T. Dankworth was a changed man. Together the two traveled through Kaladar, sailed Lake Inez, and even summered in Fireball Canyon. He laughed as he had never laughed in all his days, and their nights were filled with food and wine, music and love. They ran holding hands through fields of flowers. On one such sprint, Grumpkin clutched at his chest. His heart had overflowed. More accurately, he suffered a massive heart attack. Try as he might to revive his former master and now true love, Whelp was unable to resuscitate the old man. A simple funeral was held, and the widower Whelp counted himself lucky to have ever had such a love as this. As for substantial riches, they were held by Mr. Dung, head of BS, until such time as Mr. Dankworth's will was read. The old man had donated the entirety of his fortune to the GLA. A small flower garden was built in his honor outside of their headquarters. Julian. Thanks to his timely arrival back in the sprawl, Julian was able to prepare a lavish birthday party for his best friend Gary. Every goblin, troll, halfling, cyclops, and mole person who was anyone was there. It was a bright spot in what had otherwise been a dark few months for the sprawl. As a birthday present, Julian gave Gary a pure, unrefined power crystal that he received from the visiting miners. The glint of its unearthly glow reflected in Gary's eyes as he inserted the powerful crystal into his practiced wand. He thanked Julian profusely for this most precious present. It never left his sight from that day on. The next day, Julian presented the plans he was carrying to the city council. These plans detailed an extensive tunnel system to be dug underneath the walls of the sprawl, which would allow food to be secretly and safely moved into the sprawl right under the enemy's nose. After a short period of deliberation, the council realized just how hungry they all were and unanimously approved the plan. Someone will be arriving to start digging the tunnel system soon, but it's all on the up and up and pretty hush-hush. The Duchy of Scarborough, without a plan for any additional food to enter the starving sprawl, rations were stretched to the breaking point in order to feed and find housing for the newly arrived refugees from Scarborough. Some of the poorest members of sprawl societies found their rations reduced, which caused outrage amongst the more progressive members of the city council. The GLA were up in arms about how these cuts disproportionately affected non-humans, and a riot ensued. Namely, the night of burning bread, or fire loaf. Several of the sprawl's bakeries were torched, while shouts of "if we don't eat, nobody eats" rang through the night air. There were dozens of arrests and at least 5 deaths in the riot, and food was more scarce than ever before. Elsewhere, swift justice was visited upon the traitor who lowered the drawbridge of Castle Scarborough in the middle of the night, allowing the enemy to enter and take control of the duchy. The villain was hanged in the town square. Brutal, certainly, but this is war and it's better to be safe than sorry. Plus, it made for a fine day's entertainment as there were no video games in the sprawl to keep people amused. And how did we lose the war today? Battle. Sprawl defeated. A Petravian invasion force easily overpowered the garrison station at the Sprawl's secret western food depot. The enemy was ordered to burn all the Sprawl's reserved food stores, not even taking any for their own famished population. Our troops were not only defeated, but humiliated and mostly dead. Elmer, John, and Glory Ann fought like a cat and dog that used to be engaged until the cat got caught in the arms of another dog. It was very distracting for the soldiers around them. In an attempt to win Glory Ann over the show of bravery, Bosco took down a dozen of soldiers single-handedly. Unfortunately, they were all Sprawl forces, which was a real shock to morale. The actions of all three soldiers you drafted directly contributed to the Sprawl's utter defeat. Bummer.